Hello again, your friendly neighborhood asshole and record. Let's just go with that. Well, you all know this is probably, well, as I like to call it, Idiot's Guide. Wait, the fuck is it called again? Oh well. It doesn't matter what this guide is for, because I guarantee you, for virtual combat, it's not as easy as you think. And honestly, okay, you're working with, say, 4 people, and that's including yourself. In the real military, it would be considered a fire team. But every dumbass who made the game, like Battlefield 4, now they decided, hey, let's make a squad 5 men. Yeah, that's really a fucking squad, dumbass. Now, most people think, hey, it's considered a squad. Does that mean that's what it is in real life? I hate to beg to differ. I'm sorry. I'm tired. And I'm half asleep while doing this shit. Yes, it's really late in the day. Actually, I don't even think they consider this day anymore. But let me remind you of the world we live in. It may be the digital age, but some people should understand life is not digital. Now, for our virtual combat pleasures, you will probably see, okay, you've heard of GameSprout when idiots play games. Now, those are the things you don't do. And yes, I get kicks out of it. I'm not, although I will advertise that they are a good, well, they're good to have around. But one question that begs to differ. What do you know about squads in real life? Are they really 4? Well, I told you they weren't 4. They weren't 5. You see, in real life, squads are 8 to 12. At least in the Marines, I'm pretty sure, are 8 to 12 men, or considered a section, depending on what job they have. See, a section could mean, well, I'm not really sure at that point, but I do know what a squad is. Squad is usually for an infantry. Now, I led a few squads in my day of virtual combat. I was considered a suicide squad leader because most of the time my guys actually died in virtual combat. Yep. One of my dumbass guys decided, hey, I'm going to use my squad leader as a bullet shield. Although the sad part is the sniper could not see us until we were at least 400 meters in Battlefield 4 length, which I thought was hilarious. Now, we had zero to little cover. The only cover we had were virtual blades of grass. Now, in real life, that probably would only slow down an arrow from a bow or make it waver. Bullet will go right through it or be a little bit knocked off course in real life. But, of course, now, honestly, you've probably seen the anti-aircraft guns in Battlefield 4. They are way off on the sides. They got so fucking lazy. It's actually kind of sad for the gamers who want realism. Now, I don't know about Armada or Arma or whatever the fuck they call it now of the other combat video games. In fact, honestly, I don't want any of you to call me Wrecker. Call me Sarge. Refer to me as Sarge because honestly, it's a way to remember an old friend. You used to call me Sarge, and that's only because of our airsoft days. When we idiot kids shot each other with airsoft guns. Fun, but only painful if you get right in the eye or ear. A lot of fun we had back then. Now back to the virtual combat. Virtual combat via squads, or Battlefield 4 squads, to be absolutely fucking sarcastic. Because I think they're fucking idiots. Because they didn't actually read anything into the actual military. Which probably pissed them off. They're probably going to get pissed off because I say this. Now, most people think, hey, I'm gonna be a fucking amazing guy. I just gotta say, hey, I'm a squad leader. No one gives a shit. Now, normally a squad leader in the real military is a sergeant or staff sergeant. Sometimes a staff sergeant acts as a platoon leader or platoon sergeant, depending on the day or the outcome of, well, war. Or maybe a squad leader could be a corporal. That is actually confirmed. I read up on it. I read a lot of shit about the military because I'm obsessed. Now, I've led countless squads, Battlefield 4 squads, and either they ended up dead, half dead, or ended up having to join their fire team. I call them fire teams because it's more effective, more realistic. Now, I used to be a milsim. Well, I used to be a milsim player, and I was in command of at least one or two in my time. I had 3 years of experience in the milsim community. But, of course, now I know this is probably talking bad about the last generation so far that I know of the milsim community, but they do not know what it's like to actually be within a unit. There's too many smart asses and people who think, hey, I can do whatever the fuck I want because, hey, they can't do shit about it. They want to keep their best players. It's not about the best players. It's about how well you can work as a team and follow orders. At least that's my opinion. And then there's always one dumbass who thinks, hey, I'm going to be a complete and utter jerk. And the sad part is, this guy has falsified evidence. Although, technically, I was kicked out of the 4th, but I wasn't kicked out of the 13th. I was actually reassigned, if you can think of it anyway better. Because actually, the unit I tried to make the 3rd Marine Corps, the 3rd Marines. Don't know why at that point, but they were a good unit. Now, if you are one of those ex-3rd Marine milsimmers, give me a good call. And yes, I won't give you my actual name, but you will know my face. Now, those who were in the 3rd Marine milsim understand where I'm coming from. And honestly, if you know this asshole called Toxic Smashmouth, tell him, fuck you. Go get yourself a pair of balls and stop lying about my ass. Because I guarantee you, if it was real life, I guarantee you, you're not smart enough to be a sniper. And you're definitely not smart enough to lead an actual squad, asshole. The second part is, before I was shot, they're toxic. You may think I'm a horrible squad leader, but the sad part is, sometimes suicide squads have to die for what they believe in. And I guarantee you, I think it's hilarious how you're telling these bullshit rumors about me. Yes, this is a little bit of a shout out to the old Milsim crew. And yes, I didn't suicide myself, but I guarantee you, those who understand Milsims wouldn't dare fucking talk shit. Talking shit is cheap. And you may have gotten under my skin, but I guarantee you, if I really wanted to, I could hurt somebody real bad. And I wouldn't feel a damn bit sorry. I wouldn't. Not to an arrogant buffoon. Especially when pretty much every book on that shelf I've read over 3 times to 4 times. And those people who think, oh, just because he's autistic means he's stupid. Get yourself a book about autism, dumbass. Because I guarantee you, autistic doesn't mean stupid. It's a mental disorder, but some people are so fucking arrogant that they think, hey, I get to tease this guy because, hey, he's autistic. Well, I hate the bacon, sweetheart. The arrogant buffoon. Honestly, if you do want to join a milsim, join one that has a good leader. Not because he leads you to victory, not because he wants you to follow his order. Honestly, that would preferably in my case, because I was by the book milsim leader. I wanted it done like the real military. And honestly, hey, Dark Knight, I'm back. And I guarantee you, I like to be a smartass. And people, honestly, in the milsim community, you want to go for the ones who will take it seriously and wants to do it the right way. The people who actually didn't do it the right way, in my opinion, were the ones who allowed taunting and trash talk. Because actually, that's what Toxic Smash Mouth was actually kicked out of the 4th for starting drama. Yeah, I got some dirt on you too, asshole. And for the record, you think I don't? Honestly, I think you're a liar, Toxic. Well, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. And honestly, I think you should have been banned from the community a long goddamn time ago. And for the record of General Tullius, as everyone loved to call him, Admiral Tubby-ass, or something like that. And for all the, and honestly, I am also the ex-25th Marine paratrooper, Marine paratroopers commanding officer. I may say this, honestly, I thought maybe this would probably be better for me to say now. I told Exile to lie to you and say that I was dead. Because I wanted you to enjoy the milsim career without being associated with me. This is not exactly an idiot's guide to virtual combat. This is a shout out to the ones I wasn't able to, well, and yes, I probably broke down and said, hey, I'm going to kill you, Toxic. But the sad part is, honestly, I really was sick of Toxic's fucking mouth. All he does is run his mouth. He may support some of his actions, but he's too fucking cocky. If you see this guy, tell him, hey, he's alive, motherfucker, and you're a prick. The only reason why I say this now is because I don't believe in guys like him. The reason they don't know shit. They're arrogant jocks who probably had their head in their mama's womb too long. Or, in other words, having their head up their own ass. Now, most people think, hey, I'm so much better than you. Yes, I get to. Honestly, I'm gonna put some drama because honestly, I need to release this to the fuckers who pissed me off and making me leave the Milsim community. They didn't blacklist me for one reason. I am more of a Milsimmer than he'll ever be. He got pissed because I kicked Dark Knight out for the reason that he was a very undisciplined drill instructor and not acting as he should have. He was actually trying to keep himself in by holding a server over my head. And in a way, I didn't want to be controlled by a fucking moron who had no discipline, who had no right to try to hold that over my head. If you want to try that in real Marines, I guarantee ya, they would have drop kicked his ass out of the Marine Corps and said, fuck you, asshole! You don't fucking own shit! Your ass don't mean inside my ass! Well, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, honestly, those who don't have discipline in a Milsim community or in a Milsim unit do not deserve their command, their rank, and they definitely don't deserve the respect. I lost my will to command because of the way he was treated. Not Dark Knight. I hated the way Toxic talked down to others. He's done that for a long time. Now, Body Catch, I understand why you probably back him up more than me because you probably knew Toxic longer than me. And honestly, it's not about being a jock. Jocks are fucking idiots most of the time. They don't actually read up on things like I have my entire life. In fact, I stumped my history teacher most of the fucking time. And most of the time that scared him. Although, now that I think of it, I probably should have handled it better. Because, honestly, Toxic just opens his mouth because he's just a fucking crude idiot who probably won't know the difference between his ass and a hot rock in real combat zone. I guarantee you, if he was under my command in real military, it'd be hilarious. I'd have him scrub in latrines for the rest of his natural life. You know, the sad part is, I've taken that abuse before. Verbal abuse from people I thought were my friends. But Toxic needs to learn eventually that his mouth needs to stay shut more often. Because honestly, if he spent all that time talking, he could have been doing it on something a little more important, like getting either a job or, better yet, getting out of people's faces and stop being a prick. And probably get off video games. Yeah, definitely. Get off your ass and go outside, play some football, because I'm pretty sure that's all you're going to be good for. And Body Catch, when you were going through that Scout Sniper shit in the 13th, I said you needed more training. Not because I was more experienced, but because I was acting as a drill instructor at that percentage at that time, because they did not give me a squad. Although, honestly, technically, Warwick, you're right in a way. I shouldn't have given the third to a rookie. I shouldn't have stick by it. And honestly, to be honest with you, I was also testing the waters. That's a Navy term for you. And honestly, the 25th was my pride and joy. I trained most of them to be good officers. I'm especially proud of Wolf's kills. I probably shouldn't have stayed with him a little longer. Taught him how to be a good, better man than me. Junkie. Hell, if you're even going to watch it on YouTube, this on YouTube, thank you. I know I probably went over the top, Junkie. But Dark Knight was really dark. Sick and Dark Knight were really pissing me off. My valor is not known to many. And honestly, I'm sick of how people think of autistic people. Now, this is a word to live by for you people who think autism is stupidity. Just remember, autistic people, they can't take jokes. They can't take bullshit like that. And I guarantee you, if you push them far enough, they will come after you. Then they will kill you. They will hurt you. They will break you. But I'm not going to hold a grudge any longer. I'm going to say this. Toxic, go fuck yourself. See you in hell, Toxic, because I guarantee you that's where you're going. Fucker!